Hi, it's Stacy with Families with Grace, and today I'm going to talk to you about makeup. I'm not giving you tips on how to do your makeup because that's certainly not my expertise, but I do want to talk to you a little bit about some things that I've learned recently. We're going to start with a little bit of backstory. So a few months ago, I first noticed a small dark spot on my bottom lip, kind of in the corner over here, and I assumed that I'd bitten my lip and then it was bruised. I'm always hurting myself and getting bruised, and then I have no idea how it happened. So that's just what I assumed had happened. But the spot did not go away. So when I was at my doctor's office for just a regular checkup, I mentioned it to him, and he referred me to a dermatologist to have it checked. So last Tuesday afternoon, I went to the dermatology office, and the doctor wasn't positive that it wasn't precancerous, so he wanted to remove it. I was not about to argue with that, and so I agreed. After the quick procedure was over with, the nurse began telling me what I needed to do, which is basically just to keep Vaseline or Aquaphor on it for 10 to 14 days. After then, it should be healed, and I can resume using my usual lip stuff. But that also means I can't wear lipstick for 10 to 14 days, and it's freaked me out. I've had a love affair with makeup for as long as I can remember. Once I got in trouble for finding some makeup samples in the drugstore and applying them all over my face when I was maybe 6 years old. When I was in third grade, a friend brought in some of her sister's makeup on school picture day. And again, I found myself in trouble when my parents got my photos that included blue eyeshadow smeared up to my eyebrows. I mean, it was the 1980s, so makeup was certainly not subtle back then. Makeup and I are old friends. I put it on every day, even when I'm not leaving the house. And my mom is the same way, so I've kind of just grown up that way, and that's what I do. So don't necessarily feel like I need makeup to impress anyone. That's not why I wear it, but I feel better with it on. And I think lipstick, more than anything else, makes me feel good. I love the lipstick I use because it really does stay on all day. And so I've got to give a shout out to that CoverGirl Outlast lipstick because it's really awesome. But even with it staying on all day, I still even check on it. I check on it, before I go pick up the kids in the afternoon, or especially in the evenings, like after I've had lunch and dinner and everything with a lipstick on, I'll check on it before I take them to gymnastics class or whatever. It's just habit. I mean, I even wear makeup when I'm going fishing with my dad. I've worn makeup going in to have surgery. It's just what I do. It's just part of my life. But I maybe didn't realize how much it was going to bother me not wearing lipstick. Our very first stop after the appointment was to go by Walmart to pick up a couple of things, and I was incredibly paranoid. Of course, at that point, my bottom lip over here was also bright white and swollen from having had the procedure, but I still was really paranoid because I couldn't touch up any lipstick, which I did have some residual lipstick left on that I'd worn earlier in the day. The next day, when I took my kids to school, I felt embarrassed by not having on lipstick. So for almost every activity this past week, not being able to wear lipstick has crossed my mind. First, I had my first Sunday at church with no lipstick. I went to a doctor's appointment with no lipstick. I met my new neighbor with no lipstick. I went to my daughter's gymnastics class, no lipstick. I needed to make a vlog post with no lipstick, and here we are. I haven't made one until now because I had to work up the courage to do it without lipstick. So I clearly have a bit of an issue. And I realized whether it's literal makeup, like what I wear, or figurative makeup, we all have a face that we put on for the outside world. And for me, it usually includes CoverGirl Wine to 5 lipstick. I haven't stopped wearing my other makeup, but having that one chink in my face has made me feel more exposed. And while I feel more exposed, I'm not sure that I actually am more exposed. Nobody seems to have noticed that I'm not wearing lipstick. Only my parents and my husband even know about me not being able to wear lipstick. It just wasn't something that I brought up because it's not really that big of a deal. But nobody has said a word about it. No one has gasped in horror at my lips without color on them. It hasn't been that big of a deal to anybody else. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with makeup. I also don't think there's anything wrong with the face we put on for the outside world. Not everyone needs to know the full us and all the details of what's going on in our lives, but we do need to have people with whom we can take off our makeup and be our real selves. You know where I haven't thought of not wearing lipstick? at home with my family. Hanging out with my husband and kids doesn't leave me feeling exposed. They see me without makeup all the time. They look beyond the surface. They see the real me, even more than anyone else probably in the world, because that's the me I am at home. And it also hasn't crossed my mind when I'm spending time with God. He sees way more of me than anyone else, and he knows way more about me than anyone else, even myself. And we need that. We need safe places where we can take off our faces and the masks that we wear and just relax into who we are with those we love and those who love us. Our families can be that safe place. God is always that safe place. There's so much damage we can do to our relationships if we get so focused on having our faces on just right that we forget to actually connect with those who love us. Will I go back to wearing lipstick when I'm able to in another week or so? Absolutely. I enjoy it and I feel better with it. Have I learned from this experience? Also, absolutely. Lipstick and makeup do not define who I am. They don't define my beauty or my worth. But I will appreciate all the more the relationships I have that are not impacted by whether I'm wearing any makeup or have on my face for the world. I will relax and just be me with and without lipstick. Will I wear it for my next vlog post? Yeah, I probably will, whenever I'm able to at least. That is a given. But for now, I've done it and I think it went well. All right, thanks.